Hello everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi! Welcome to the start of another weekend reading vlog. This weekend we're going up to the lake, which is why I'm starting this now. I actually have like an hour left of work just over, and I have a couple things I need to do, so I'm like, feel very rushed right now because I'm trying to do a bunch of different things. I have a load of laundry and I have to take out the garbage. I'm trying to pack and do work all at once because I do want to leave at like 4:30. So when I'm done my work day, obviously. But going up to the lake, I am bringing 5 books with me, my current read, and these 4. I'm also, fun fact, filming a couple of vlogs. One of them is a like hunt for a 5-star, like reading until I hit a 5-star, because I haven't yet found one since last month. It's been over a month now since I've had a 5-star. That wasn't a reread, I should clarify, because The City We Became was a 5-star, but it was a reread, so that doesn't count. And like it probably wasn't like a 5-star experience this time around. Anyways, I'm currently reading Friendship Echoes, Silver and a Nightfall. I'm thriving. It is going to be so close to a 5-star. I guarantee it. I was up till 4 a.m. last night reading this because I couldn't put it down. And like as I was contemplating putting it down around the 200 page mark, because I'm now at the 340 page mark, at the 200 page mark, I was like, I should probably put this down and go to bed. And I read another chunk. But when I was about here, I was like, man, I can't wait until I pick this up again and like continue this story. And I haven't felt that with a book in so long. So thriving, loving this. This is vampire hunters, vampires, polyamorous. There's a rot going around, all sorts of stuff. I'll explain it when I finish it and how I feel about it, but thriving. Then the other 4 that I'm bringing with, one of them is for another vlog, which is Red Rising. Yep. That one is going to be interesting to reread. P. Djeli Clark's Ring Shout, which is a novella that I picked up from the library. I love P. Djeli Clark's work, and I'm really hoping that this one is awesome because it's like horror zombies, I think. I don't know. I also have Clockwork Boys with me because it's little and I love T. Kingfisher and I'm in the need for some quick T. Kingfisher love. And I'm also bringing Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb with me because I am desperate to read this. I'm so excited. That's going to be my reading for this weekend. Why am I bringing all these little itty bitty books with me? Because Red Rising and Dragonfall aren't that little, but like considering that I usually read epic fantasies that are huge, these are little. I'm bringing little books with me because I want to be able to read and complete books while still being very busy with my editing for a little luck, because it's a long weekend. I'm not giving up 3 days of editing, 4 days, because it's Friday. I'm leaving today and I'm coming home Monday. I'm not giving that up because you guys know I'm on a strict schedule. What am I talking about? I'm on a schedule for August. You guys know if you saw my last reading vlog, I have a schedule. I am going to be spending so much of this weekend editing. A little luck. I think I'm on schedule. I think today was when I was supposed to start actually editing it again, or like this weekend was when I was supposed to start editing again if I look at my schedule, so that's good. I have gone through my beta edits and I've mapped out what I want to do, so there's just a fact of diving in. I also need to write my back blurb for my book, so I'm hopefully going to do that at some point this weekend. Once that's done, I can get it up on Goodreads and Storygraph, which is amazing. That's what the weekend's going to be. We're going to go up to the lake. I also got this new t-shirt today from Old Navy, and it is the softest t-shirt I've ever owned in my life. I love it so much, and it's so cute. It says hold the sun in your heart. I love it. It's so cute. Anyways, I have so much to do between now and when I leave, so I should stop talking to you guys, even though I really don't want to, because I'm procrastinating work. I'm gonna go finish up the last few things of work, pack, get ready, and leave. It's gonna be great. It's a lake weekend. You what? Oh my goodness. You come up here on my leg, you say, hey, Jen, I want some love and affection. Oh. Now where are you going? Are you giving me a hug and sniff? What's that for? Would you? You want to play? Ah.
Snort. My foot's asleep. I'm gonna have to move in a second. Come paw. That's not a paw, that's your face. Yeah.
Hello, my lovely friends. It's officially Monday. I'm back home, freshly washed because, oh man, oh, my hair needed it. I don't know what I did last time I washed my hair, but my product just built up really terribly and, ooh, it was bad, my friends. Anyways, hello. I'm gonna go park you somewhere where we can chat without me, moving and grooving about the books that I read this weekend. I also came home to some packages on my balcony because when do I not do that? I'm gonna go park you somewhere and we'll chat. This works. Why not? It's still bright. It's still wonderful. But yes. So this weekend I managed to read through 3 of the books that I brought to the lake, but one of them, I only had like a chunk of the book left to go through, and that is Silver Under Nightfall. But yes, I read through 3 of the 5 books, I guess, is what I brought. But I'm pretty happy with that. I did find that when I was actually at the lake and doing things, one of the things that I noticed was that my productivity, which I tried to like start my days by writing and like working on the editing, did not work for my brain. I would stare at my screen for about an hour, just like not functioning, and I would have to pivot and read and then come back to my actual editing in the evenings, which retrospect makes so much sense, guys, because my brain works so much better at night and I am more awake at night. My brain is just more productive at night, so it makes sense. Anyways, so in that time where I needed to, take a hot, sexy second and chill, I read starting with Silver Under Nightfall by Rin Chupeco. So I didn't finish this the day that I went up to the lake. The day that I went up to the lake, I just edited all night, which is great because I don't remember if I'm on track. I'm a little scared to look at my calendar since I got home. I'm a little scared to see where I'm at on my list, because I have this sneaking feeling that I was supposed to be done part 2 by today, but I'm not even going to look at it because I have a couple chapters left of part 1 to get through. But I'm so pleased with the amount of work that I was doing this weekend. It was absolutely incredible, and oh God, I rewrote my entire first chapter and put chapter 1 and what was originally chapter 3 together so that like it made more sense. I cut so many words and it just moved so fast, and then I had to take some of the information from that chapter and like put it later in a different chapter, but like I think it just makes more sense. And also I had to figure out some like timeline stuff too, which I figured out on Friday, and it was just such a productive weekend for writing, which I'm so happy about. But yes, now that I'm home, I'm definitely going to be working on that this evening as well. I think my brain just works better with being productive in the evening and at night, so capitalizing on that. Anyway, so yeah, Silver Under Nightfall by Rinchu Pecco. This book was absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. I had so much fun with this. It is not quite a favorite, it's not quite a 5-star, but it is so good, and I really enjoyed myself, and I cannot wait for the sequel. It was so compulsively readable. Really liked the relationships in here. The characters were just fantastic. I was really intrigued by the lore and what was happening. Just, oh my god, it was so good. Anyway, so this is full. It says in the back here, full of court intrigue, queer romance, and terrifying monsters, this epic fantasy will appeal to fans of Samantha Shannon's The Priory of the Orange Tree and the adult animated series Castlevania. I have never seen Castlevania, so I cannot speak to that, but I have read Priory of the Orange Tree, and I can speak to that being a very strange recommendation. And a comp. I don't see the comp at all. I really truly don't, but I enjoyed this and I enjoyed Priory, so like maybe? Who knows? But yeah, so this is about Remy Pendergast, who is a reaper, aka a vampire killer, essentially. And in this world, vampire killers are released, or reapers are released to take control of vampires that are causing mayhem and are very dangerous and are essentially in a frenzy, which is what, you know, animalistic. They can't stop. They're terrorizing people and it's very dangerous. So they are stopped, and they thus usually kill vampires who cannot come out of this frenzy or who too dangerous and that kind of stuff. So Remy is doing this, and when at the very beginning we see him on one of his missions to kill someone that he knows that has been turned, which is a little sad for him, and he meets this vampire lord during that, and the vampire lord beats his ass so well, and it's one of my favorite scenes in this entire book, because Malik comes as vampire lord, and he's just like treating Remy like a child. Like he's just like not like a child, but like he's just beating this guy's ass. And as Malik is walking away after they have their like they come to a truce or whatever, as like Remy's like trying to tear him apart and Malik is like chill. As Malik is walking away, Remy sees that he has a sword on his belt that he never even drew, because he was just toying with Remy. So like, you know that this man is so powerful. But then Remy goes home, and there's so much stuff with his father. There's so much like trauma and backstory with his father, Remy and his father, who's like the OG monster, kind of like the breaker guy. They have this epic weapon that I still don't know what it looks like, but it's like 5 weapons in one that is called the Breaker, or called Breaker, that Remy uses. It's just such an interesting dynamic between his father and him. Oh god, I could talk about this book all day. From there, something happens where there's like this evening do that Remy is invited to, because he has this clandestine relationship with this woman who's like one of the duchesses or whatever, and she invites him along. And he has like a clandestine relationship with a lot of women in this court, because he wants to get information out of them, and that's how they like trade information. That's how he can get the information from them. It's supposed to be this night where like vampires show up, because they're trying to come to this like truce. There's going to be an accord between one of the vampire courts and this town that they're in, and like the kingdom or whatever, all this kind of stuff. He meets a vampire lady who is the best. I love her so much. And her name is Xiaodan, and I love her so much. He meets her and like low-key falls for her a little bit, because he's just so intrigued by her. All the stuff goes down. Someone gets murdered. Not at the ball, but like someone high up gets murdered. Then they discover that there is these scientists are like looking into this thing that's happening to some creatures that have been reported. And it's this rot that is causing vampires when they are dead. So when they die the second time, they regenerate and morph into something more and stronger. So every time they die, every time they get killed, they're tried to be controlled by the Reapers, who are trying to, subdue and get rid of this danger. They come back more animalistic, stronger, and harder to kill. Someone is infecting vampires with this, and it's causing them to go into like an extended frenzy, and thus the cycle begins of where they just keep regenerating and becoming more and more stronger, to the point where like they'll just be, this is awful and disgusting, but they'll just be like body matter on the road, gross bodily fluids, and like their intestines and stuff will be like crawling to like attack and like regenerate. It's wild. The description here, wild. So Remy gets tied up with Xiaodan and Malik, who is Xiaodan's fiance, and who is the, like, Malik is like the vampire lord that he met at the beginning. And so he gets tied up with them, and they start to try and solve what's going on and also try and find a cure at the same time, because Malik has been trying to find a cure for this for a while from, like, in his vampire court. And it's fantastic. And it's also polyamorous. Like, this is the perfect love triangle ever, because it's the three of them all together. It's so good. It's fantastic. Anyways, so that was Silver and Nightfall. I don't know when I'm going to rate this. I will run it through Compile and let you guys know before the end of this vlog, but so good. Really, really loved this. I was going in with lower expectations because one of my friends, Tessa, said that she found this kind of like middle of the road, maybe not necessarily worth me buying the hardback, which is why I waited for the soft cover. So I kind of went in with like lower expectations because of that, but because of all these people on the internet saying it was like one of their favorite reads of the year, I was like, do I look forward to it or not? And then I don't know why, I had this in my head where it was like a noir detective scene. Not at all like that, but I thought it was slow. I thought it was like a slower churning book. It's not. Maybe that's what the comparison of Priory did to me, because Priory is such a slow churning epic fantasy that it's just huge and monumental but slow. This one was not slow. Like, the action in here, ooh, spicy as hell. I love it. Like, actual action, and then the action was great. Anyways, after that, one of the days I ended up picking up, I can't remember, I think it was Saturday, might have been, or Sunday, might have been yesterday, who knows. Did I read 2 books at once? What did I do? Oh no, I finished Silver and Nightfall during the day, and then with dinner I was like, I kind of want to read another book, so I went for the really short one that I would have been done in like 2-3 hours. And this one was kind of disappointing. You guys know how much I love T. Kingfisher. I love her writing. This one was disappointing. I didn't really like any of the characters that much. I didn't connect to the story. I felt like the story was just the beginning of something, which isn't what you want with even if it's the beginning of a trilogy, which this is. You still don't want it to feel like the beginning of a story with like more to say. I mean, that's weird to say. What I'm trying to say is, like, you want the first of a trilogy to really have its own arc and come to its own ending. Just for satisfaction standards, this feels like it's missing another chunk of its own book. You know? I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but it was still fun because T. Kingfisher is fun, but I don't know about it. I don't know about this one. It's my least favorite T. Kingfisher that I've read. It's about a paladin who was possessed and then thrown in jail because he killed like a bunch of nuns and priests because he was possessed by a demon. A disgraced paladin, I guess. An assassin, a forger, and a scholar who are all put together to essentially go on a suicide mission, an espionage mission, to figure out what's going on with these mechanical soldiers called the Clockwork Boys. This particular book follows their journey from like our main character, Slate. Is that what thing? This is how bad my memory is. I read this literally 2 days ago. I don't remember her name. Slate goes to the jail and picks out someone to take with her, essentially, on this, because they're all criminals and they're all kind of bound by this magical tattoo that will eat them, which is really cool. Like, the magic in here, really cool. I really enjoy T. Kingfisher's worlds and her magic and the stuff that she adds in, and the character bits and the voices. It just didn't quite do it for me like the other ones have, which is very sad. But yeah, I read Clockwork Boys, and then I reread Red Rising by Pierce Brown yesterday. This is for a video, so don't worry. It's my series video number 3. It's gonna be Red Rising. And all I can say is that this went a lot better than the first time I read it. Anyways, so yeah, that is what I read this weekend. On top of editing A Little Luck, I think I got through chapter 7 or 8 or 9. I can't remember where I stopped. Very happy with the work that I did in A Little Luck this weekend, and I'm just gonna continue doing it and continue plodding right along. But yes, I came home and there was a package waiting for me on my balcony, and I got 3 books from Amazon specifically. These 2 are part of the same series. The Name Bearer and The Follower of Flowers. Both of them are by Natalia Hernandez, who, if you guys follow on TikTok or on socials, is just so lovely, and she's always talking about her books. These are her self-published books, which I didn't realize they were self-published. I thought they were traditionally published, but then I was watching more of her content and I was like, oh my god, they're self-published. She put up a video recently where she was saying like she had a bunch, like 200 different pre-orders or whatever, that never really arrived at her place, so she placed another order for 200 so that she could get the pre-orders out to people who bought it. And then the second order came first, obviously, but then that first order also came, so she was out like thousands of dollars, and she was basically saying like, if you don't mind, please go buy them off of my, it was for her second book, please go buy them off of my website. But because she doesn't ship to Canada through her website, I was like, that's fine. I'll just go buy them through Amazon to support anyways, because this has been on my radar for so long, and I'm so excited to read this Latinx, indigenous, magic, amazing fantasy series. Like, it just sounds amazing every time that Talia describes it. And also, this cover is so pretty. I can't. And I also, because I was getting that and I was like, might as well. I also picked up the pig in the Derby hat, or the Derby hat. I am not entirely sure. This word to me is Derby, but I've heard M.A. Knights, the author, say it as Darby a lot, but it might just be his accent. But yes, this is a really tiny little cozy fantasy mystery. I have purchased the audiobooks that he did through the his TikTok shop. I have the audiobook for this first one through that, but I really wanted to like physically own it so I could like hold it up and talk about it when I'm talking about cozy fantasy, because it's so fun and it's so little. I'm so excited to like munch this in like one tiny little city. Like, look how little it is. It's so little, it doesn't have anything on the spine. I'm shooketh that it's that tiny. That was the package that was waiting for me when I got home. My original, I don't know if you guys remember at the beginning of the summer when I was like, I'm not buying any more books, has so gone by. And I even said to my friends, I was like, I'm not gonna make any purchases because I need to save money over the summer. And I have bought so many things since then. It's ridiculous. I'm home now. I've been chatting for a long time, so I'm just gonna kind of chill for a little bit, continue watching some YouTube. I'm a little munchy, so I might get something for lunch, edit this vlog, get into a little luck a little later. I think I'm gonna go look at my calendar and see what I need to do today. I'm just a little scared to go look at it, but yes, that's the update. We're home. Everything is wonderful. Hello, my lovely friend. It is officially the end of this vlog. I really hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I've really had a good weekend. It's been very productive. It's always nice to get up to the lake, at least once, once in a while. And it's always nice to have a long weekend, of course. But I finally ran these books through Cop-Out by the by, as I've been just hanging out on the couch doing absolutely nothing. I did a lot of like TikTok content stuff today. I only have like 2 TikToks out of it. But I filmed like 2 or 3 TikToks today and just immediately uploaded them because they were like responding to comments, which I love doing. I love responding to comments in video form, and I wish I could do it more. I wish people would comment on my videos more so I could do it more. That's been my day. Hasn't been too crazy, and now I'm like just working with the last ounces of light today to do this last clip. I was like rushing putting these books through Cop-Out to make sure I had a little bit of daylight left to talk to you, but let's go through it. So first up, Silver Under Nightfall. So close to 5 stars, so close to a new favorite, but it gets 4.5 stars. I loved this book and I highly, highly recommend it. I don't even know what I could recommend it for. If you like Geralt vibes from The Witcher, if you like genuinely super sexy vampires, if you like really intriguing mysteries and really complicated plots with politics, pick this up. Pick this one up. It's so good. Then I read Clockwork Boys, which I'm giving only 2.5 stars. Like, as I think about it more, the less I like it. So this is super, super depressing because T. Kingfisher is a new favorite author of all time. Like, I gave 3 of her books 5 stars this year. What? But I guess there always has to be a least favorite, doesn't there? Super sad, but will I continue with the Clockwork Boys? Probably, because I do want to kind of see how things work out with this series. I do also have Paladin's Grace, which is set in the same world, and I think is people's, I don't know, people always talk about Paladin's Grace from this series, for sure. So I'm definitely picking that up because it's on my shelves. And I love T. Kingfisher, so we'll see how that one goes. And then, of course, Red Rising, which I'm not going to tell you the rating of until I post my series video, because I want this one to be a surprise, because it did go better than my first read. So it's not a 5 star though. It's not that big of a surprise. Now I'm going to go back and sit on my couch and just relax. I'm kind of thinking of not doing any editing tonight because I'm a little bit tired of editing, but who knows where my brain is going to be in the next few hours, because I don't know, it's like 9ish. I don't know what time it is. I don't have a clock. I don't know why I'm looking. I need to get a clock. Because I had such a busy weekend with lots of content work, with a little luck and lots of reading, I think tonight is just a YouTube night. So I think that sounds like a plan. I'm gonna get some ice cream after this. Gonna sit on my couch and just enjoy it. I'm also wearing a sweater because it was cooler earlier, and I was like, I just want to be cozy, and now I'm hot. So I keep forgetting that it's still summer. Too hot for me. I hate this weather. Anyways, now I'm just complaining, but yeah. I have a fair bit of content on the go right now, and I'm very excited about it all. So if you haven't yet subscribed, I haven't said this in a video in a really long time, but please do. Please leave a like. Please put a little comment down below. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I mentioned today, or if you don't know what to comment, you can just comment me a little smiley emoji or one of your favorite emojis, because it's always fun. I love when you guys comment on my videos. So that makes me happy. Anyways, my friends, we are getting to the last vestiges of sunlight, and it's not even sunlight anymore. It's like it's just vibes at this point. The sun is setting. So I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.